Hello. Testing. Testing. Cool. Everything's working. Let's see. I'm trying to get the lighting. For some reason, even though there's a ton of light coming from my window, when I had it open, it was like dark in here. But now it's not. I had to close the window in order to... Oh, my mic is in the way. Alright, I'm also trying to adjust this. There we go. Hello, everybody. Working? Yeah. Saintly, what's up? Saintly Satan. How's it going? Not sure if I've seen you in chat before, so welcome. So honestly, it's crazy that weeks are starting to feel longer with streaming. It feels like forever ago when I drew the emotes that we did last stream. And in case you missed last stream, we made some awesome emotes that I was really happy about, and I'm trying to find them on my list. we got the Artie cheer. We got the Chugs lurk. We got the love to see me back. Yeah, honestly, I'm really enjoying the drawing streams. It has been so much fun, and like not to choose favorites, but Tuesdays are definitely my favorite day. I really enjoy doing this because I just posted the last 4 in chat, but we drew all 4 of those last stream and they were hilarious to draw. And it won't be 4 every time, but definitely 3. I think definitely 3, unless we animate them. So speaking of, I gotta do the awkward flip to my... I need to start the stream on the Photoshop side. But I guess, wait, before I start, a bit of housekeeping. So, we have a poker night coming up this Friday. I might or might not be there. But it's for Cool Cat holders and Shadow Wolf holders. And Tymo might know more details than I do, and I can post them in the chat. But, yeah, we have that going on Friday. And then on Wednesday... So we used to do Artie's workshop as a Thursday thing, which was sort of just like general development of what we were doing. And we kind of agree that that feels more like a link stream of like, you know, development from like I guess developer side and like gaming side. And so now we moved Artie's workshop to Wednesday, which will be Link streaming that, and he has a lot of fun things to show. I hope I can wake up early enough for it. I'm on like, I've always been on the opposite world from Link, but it should be a great stream. And then Thursday now, kind of the same thing. It's just a rebranded Artie's workshop. It's just called the drawing board, which is... Or we take out the drawing board. Well, not really. We probably won't take out the literal drawing board, but it's more focused on just kind of drawing something on pencil and paper, or just anything we need to like work on. But it's kind of more free, and there's really no plan to it. So yeah, I think that's general housekeeping. Yeah, I'm super excited to see Link as well. It's gonna be fun. Like, I think he's gonna enjoy it too. Because being able to stream and have people chat with you is like an awesome feeling. And so, let me slide over here. Oh, I just realized we didn't have, no, we have Restream chat up. Okay, cool. So if you've never been to a Luck of the Draw, we roll 2 dice. Both of them are a D8. So it has 8 sides to it. And the first one we roll is for the character. And usually I do 1 character per session, so I don't like to double up on characters. And then for today's emotes, because we have to replenish the ones that we got, we have, for the new ones, we have Peepo Arrive, which is just little Peepo kind of like bouncing. This one animates. So the ones that have 2 pictures in them, I'm trying to show that they like animate. So Peepo Arrive and Peepo Leave. And I love those because I love using those in other people's chat. Just like, more so the Arrive one than the Leave. But this one might be unique where whatever character gets picked, I'm going to need to do both. Because it would be weird to have 2 different characters be leaving and joining, at least in my head. Also, what's up, Stubby? How you doing? And then 3 is remaining. It's funny that actually, let me finish the new emotes before I start our next thought. We have Copium, which I think is just a great one to have. I think we should have a Copium meme. That's cool, cats. And then a clap, which the clap I was thinking about, this one might be really hard to do and I might skip, or it just like has to be Blue Cat's hands. But I want it to like look exactly like that, because clapping is another one I do. So it was funny, I like, as we keep doing these, because we changed up this format 2 weeks ago, or I guess 3 weeks ago. And it's funny to see, like you can see we've rolled 1 and drew something twice. So we've done this twice. And then we've rolled 2, same thing. And so like 1, 2, and 6 have been rolled the most. And I just find that interesting. And we've never rolled a 3, 4, or 5. So just interesting data. I don't know. I thought that was, I'm curious to see how it piles up over the streams. Because I love being able to make new emotes and stuff. Okay, so I pretty much know the characters by heart when I roll, because all of the sidekicks are on odd numbers and all of the characters are on even numbers. It's kind of how this works. So let's flip back over to the drawing cam. Okay. And then this is the part where we rolled the dice. And if you don't know, the gold dice is for the characters and the other dice is for the meme. All right, so we have Kira. Cool, we're doing another Kira one. Let's go. Oh wait, Kira, Peepo. I don't know if I want that. I might bend the rules here. Because, yeah, but who else would it be? So, let me. I need to figure out this camera thing. Hello. Because that means Kira would need to be 1 and 2. I know. That's why I was thinking Chugs. I was reading Chugs as I was trying to say Taimo. Yeah, let's just roll the emote dice again. I think we should draw Kira. I just think 1 or 2 needs to be, like you said, Blue Cat or Chugs. Mainly because Kira is so dark that you just like won't see Kira kind of like hopping in from like a really small. I think Chugs to be. Yeah, right. We could honestly reuse the little Chugs that we had. But Kira specifically won't work well at like a tiny like dot that needs to like come in. So that's why I don't think Kira is a good one for this. So unfortunately we're gonna bend the rules, but we are gonna draw Kira. So let's roll the dice again. Wants you to draw 4. Wait, which one was 4? Oh, the business one? That would be a great. Well, it was a 2. So we're not doing that because 1 and 2 are kind of tied. Well, and that one won't work good. You know what? Let's just draw 4. Jeej is using VIP here. I also think Kira in a business suit would be awesome. So we're bending the rules just this one time, okay? I never bend the rules with luck of the draw. It's not once. Samuel, Jeej has spoken, exactly. Jeej has the VIP badge and the ring. So let's draw Kira in a business suit. So just in case you didn't see it, perks of it being no rules, yeah. So we're talking about this cutie. So we're gonna be drawing that one. Basically just Kira in a business suit with their hands together. Tries to ban Klon from his own stream. Can't do it. Okay, so this will be a good one. Also, I'm just glad we're drawing Kira. Okay. So let's jump right in. Let me take a sip of coffee. Oh, I just realized I have Twitch chat up. Ooh, there we go. It hurts itself in confusion. Oh yeah. If anyone's interested in the Pokemon streams that we do after the drawing stream, we have a Blastoise who beat Brock. So we're actually like on a run. So if that interests you, stay after the stream, after the drawing stream. Okay. Let's draw Kira in a little business suit. Zoom in here. Okay. Okay, so let me make sure I'm centered here. Oh yeah, and if anyone was here for Thursday's stream, when I tried to draw a new PFP for myself, I took that offline afterwards and I put a lot of work into it over the weekend, and I have a big update that I'll show for next stream. I want to like lay out my process so you can at least see how I did it. And yeah, I'm really pumped with how it turned out. I'm ready to see Baja Blastoise in all its glory after this too. Yeah, I'm so pumped for that Blastoise. I'm just worried because I know how Kaizo goes, and even though it looks so promising, he could die to anything. But this time I'm taking it slow. I'm gonna fight the appropriate trainers. So with the Kira business suit emote, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do the ears, because Kira's ears are like so tall. And I think what makes this emote so funny, just to show you guys, is like how small the head is. Just like the proportions of the body. So we'll probably draw this a few times. Chalupa Supreme, that is. If we get an HM friend, because we will eventually, we'll name him another. We'll name him Chalupa. Okay, I really want like the big collar, and then big hands. I think like the big hands are key too, and so they'll just sort of be like. Kind of like that. We'll have to work on it. And then like we need like a little bit of the white sleeve before it turns into like a blazer. And then we need the, you know what? I'm actually just gonna erase Kira's head completely. Because I kind of like where this is going. Oh man, that's amazing that the camera doesn't shake while I do that. Because everything else on my camera shook. What's my stance on AI? Well, that's a tricky question, because I think it's kind of cool. And maybe I'm going to talk more specifically about the art side. I'm guessing that's kind of what you were getting at. Like we did the meme machine, where it's AI trained off of my like all of our IP. I think that's cool. That I think is cool. Yeah, ethically trained AI is cool. I think that's Taimo summed it up best. That's cool to me, because like my thoughts on AI is that it needs to be a tool, and it just needs to be a tool. It needs to make our lives easier, not more complicated. And I think right now we're seeing a lot of instances, since it's kind of this new unregulated thing, that it's kind of a dangerous thing. I'm like really worried what will happen. I mean, I feel like it won't really affect me, but I'm thinking about like celebrities and stuff, and like deep fakes, and like political climates and things like that, and just like what that will do to society. So I guess that's my view. I just like it as a tool. It's nice to like, it's a nice way to Google stuff. It's a nice way to look for recipes, like, small things. It does feel easy, right? I was actually worried. I was like, man, I've done a great job at keeping my face offline. And then there was Cool Cats, and now I'm streaming. So I'm like, okay, there's going to be a lot of different angles of me. But if I wear this the whole time, then it'll just be like the character of me on my stream persona. But it's tough. It's like not worth it's not worth being scared about until it's actually scary. I think it's gonna be interesting though. Okay, so the head looks great. I think the head looks perfect. Actually, that's what Kira needs to look like. I feel like Kira like has to be a little angry, But also, yeah, it does feel. To be honest, I don't use it enough. I don't use AI enough. At one point, there was a small window where I did use AI to like create images to like kind of get the idea I was thinking of. And I would never trace it because that defeats the purpose. But it like, artists always need to look for like little references to things. To like for instance, actually prime idea. I mean, a good example. I'm referencing this. So like I had an image to reference to draw, and sometimes you just can't find that reference, and so it's really useful to use AI to like form the idea, and it kind of creates this like vague visual of what you need, and then you get to draw that just because like now you know what you need to look at. Okay, Kira's head's perfect here, so let's try to draw this again. So I did like wait, that's too close. That's too close to the other one. I do that way too often with my drawings. I just kind of like draw them too close. I've noticed when I rely on AI, I feel like I lose my sharpness. Yeah. Well, it's like, I mean, I think this argument has been made hundreds of times, probably more than that. But it's like, it's no different than a calculator. Like when the calculator came around, people were against it because they thought it was making, it was the cheating way of doing math. And then kind of another example is like when photography came along, painters were pissed. Painters would be like, what? This isn't art. You can just capture an image like that. You didn't have to go through the work of painting it and things like that. Big ol' hands is funny. Yeah, this one actually might work. I'm just gonna draw it again just in case, just as a backup. Yeah, you gotta know how the tool works exactly. And I really haven't found a use for it. I mean, I take that back. There's some emails I have to write that are really hard to like get started. And so I definitely have used AI for that. But for someone like me, writing is like the bane of my existence. I don't like text. I'm actually surprised I do decent with streaming. As one of my big fears with streaming was reading messages quickly. Like if we get a lot of people in here one day, it's like, and the chat is just moving, I'm curious what that's gonna do to me. And so I use ChatGPT to write those emails because like, oh my god, when I write things, it's usually full of grammar errors. And so like, it catches those things, and that's super important to me. Because for a while I used like Grammarly. I always used something to like fix my grammar because it's a miracle I made it through English class. Drawing is my bane, writing is easier for me. Man, it's always like it's the grass is greener thing. I always wish I could write because it's just a great thing to know how to like. It's funny because like, you know how to draw technically, and I know how to write technically, but it's like how good you are at it. But writing is just so useful. And like, actually, I have a funny story to like prove why I'm so bad, like why I suck at writing, but I'm good at drawing. We had this project in college where I think we were allowed to do anything. I forget what the project was, but it was like pretty open-ended. So I wrote a children's book because that's one thing I've always wanted to do. Definitely before Cool Cats. That was like a little goal of mine. It was like, I want to write, mainly draw, a children's book. And so I, here, one sec, sorry, I want to look at my reference one more time. Okay. I want to get this right. I think the hands need to be that big. So I drew and wrote a children's book, and the drawing part was really fun. I can always show that on stream one day. It's something I'm super proud of. I did everything with ink on paper, scanned it in, and then colored it digitally. And I just like really loved that project. So I drew it, and then I had, you know, I wrote the little like speech bubbles that they were all saying. And I remember getting in up in front of the class, and I read this thing out loud. And at the end, probably the biggest critique I had from like numerous people were like, yeah, the writing kind of sucked. You actually didn't have to write anything. You could have just left it as pictures and we would have gotten the gist of it. And I was like, oh my God. Like, they basically just said, your writing sucks. But that's okay. That's why I'm an illustrator. Also, what's up, Link? Let's see, how can I do that? Alright, I think the hands will be something I do digitally, but I want to get in the right place. But yeah, it was about this little crocodile who constantly gets called an alligator to like get made fun of. He has a nightmare, and he goes through this whole like dream experience where actually it's the first time I drew Joe. Was that children's book. I totally forgot. That's how Joe was created, was that children's book. I drew this cardinal because in that story, the bird didn't have a name, it was just Cardinal. And it was the crocodile's cardinal direction. So it was cute. I loved the character so much, and actually other people liked the character so much that I made it into a real character, which was cool. Okay, Kira's looking great. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Kira might be wearing a white suit. I might change it up. I might change it up and make Kira wearing like maybe not white, but a different colored suit. Or we match Kira's like actual cape. One side is dude, oh my God, that's gonna happen to me on stream so much. Where I read what someone says and it's like the word that comes out of my mouth. I was reading Joe's backstory. But make Kira's suit one half and the other half to be like the actual Kira. I used to get feedback in English class. Please don't do hieroglyphics. English only, please. Oh my God. Oh, bad handwriting. Okay, sorry. I needed to get to the end of that. Purple suit. Yeah, I know. I think it needs to be. This was so nice. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. Oh, Jisha, sorry. I saw your X comment before the first one. And Sheepy, what's up? Sorry, I'm missing all the haze. What's up, everybody? Welcome on in. I kind of bent the rules. We rolled Kira for a different thing that wasn't going to really work. And so we did Kira as this little business cat, which I think is great. We need this. I think this fits like really well into Cool Cats and like, you know, the ecosystem. Sometimes I love just biz time. I love writing like a little one-liner under them. Sheepy using the wave emote. What's up? Yeah, I think Kira won't have a black suit. Came in and was like, Kira's a wolf pup. Yeah, she's so cute actually. Like the tiny ears are adorable. And we might or might not make her Anki. One emote I did look for, we'll probably add it to next week's. I know Jishus recommended it, but it's like it's the one where the money is falling and it's just like hands in the air dancing back and forth. I think that's a good one. HR Kira. Oh god. Yeah, you get it on a Zoom call. It's Kira. Looks like Kira could be sat at a round table waiting for someone. No hidden intention behind this comment. My handwriting resembled a headless chicken's feet dipped in ink on paper. Oh my god. I'm just like, here. Sometimes Saintly Satan, like that was such a good description that sometimes I'm like, okay, wait. And then we need little like feet prints. And then like ink. I don't know how to do the ink part, but this is supposed to be like a stamp thing anyways. I had to draw that. Headless chicken stomping around. Actually, I'm gonna forget what this is, so I'm just gonna write ink pad. Bro, I wrote in wingdings. Do the global chat. I do love the global chat conversations. I think it's awesome. Just a headless chicken walking around. Okay, so we get to do another roll now because I think that's it. My handwriting is chicken scratches too. Yeah, I think handwriting was something. I think handwriting is something I got from my mom because my mom has amazing penmanship. And I always loved writing in cursive. That's bad, but I loved writing in cursive. I just loved how it flowed. And then I got really into handwriting, which was also kind of like why I was into cartoon stuff. Called Mike for 18 months before becoming headless. Oh. So we get to roll the dice again because I think Kira is perfect here. Definitely. Let me just kind of. I always like to complete it as well, actually. It's biz time. Okay, so Kira is off the board now. Zoom out here. Kind of hope we get a sidekick. Or Joe. All right, so we are getting a sidekick. We're getting Bone. Oh, wait. Shit, that was a 6. That was a 6 before my hand hit it. Okay, which means... Will this one work? Yeah, it could work. I think it's the copium one. Oh. Yeah, 6 is copium. Let me zoom in then. I'm like, okay, so this one might be a challenge. This one might be a challenge because Bones with a gas mask on. So this will be interesting. We're gonna do it. I'm not chickening out at this one. The Kira one was not gonna work for Peepo. arrive or leave, which they're kind of if you're joining in a little late. I want to do people like one where like someone's arriving and one where they're leaving, and I kind of want them to be the same character, and I think it makes sense to be Chugs. But is Kara the big bad, or is she like the right hand? Oh no, Kira's the big bad. And then Bones, who we're about to draw, is the right hand. So we'll start over here. Okay. Okay, so we need to draw Bones. Usually it's easy for me to just like, let's draw the character and then kind of start adding the stuff. Or could add the gas mask first. So this will be the gas mask. And honestly, what makes Copium so good is how poorly it's drawn, but for this one, I don't want to draw it poorly. Unlike the Sage one that we did. I love... This one from last week was one of my favorites. The Sage pointing. No other bads? Not yet. Not yet. But right now, definitely, it's Kira. It's all about Kira. Okay, so... These will be his eyes. And then he needs his, The problem is his face is way too wide right now, so... I should probably just redraw that, but... Sometimes when I'm like referencing an emote, like in this case, Copium, I want to draw it like that, and I'm like, right, I can draw this whatever way I want to. It doesn't need to be exactly. The one thing I do want to get, hey, Saintly, I'll catch you next time. I appreciate you coming in. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I want to look at this again. All right, so it just goes like that into a Copium tank. Okay, the Copium tank needs to be right here. And it needs to go up a little bit. And then right there. And then it needs to say Copium. Yeah, this will be a good emote to have. Kira, neutral or evil? There's once upon a time an evil. Ooh, true. Actually, you're right. I don't think, maybe Kira isn't the big bad. See, Kira has some redeeming factors about her. Sort of, maybe. I don't know. Oh my god, thank you, Jishus. That's gonna happen a lot, actually. Luckily the art channel luckily the art channel is a lot smaller, I think. So it might benefit me being on Pokemon, but thank you. I just updated it. Whoops. Okay, that's gonna happen a lot, I have a feeling. Feels a little like the Horde, exactly. I think it needs to feel that way. I always loved that with WoW. It's like, people want the Horde to be bad, but it's just a different side. What's y'all's favorite Pokemon? Mine's Mega Evolved Lopunny. Sorry, didn't mean to laugh. I just know the memes around it. That's the only reason I laughed. What is my favorite Pokemon? That's a tough one. I have like a top 3. My top 3 on the Kaizo is Venusaur, Jolteon, Blaziken. I know what type of man you are. Hey, wait, it's Samuel and Best Boy. The dynamic duo. Also, I'm realizing when I colored this in, It's like shiny. How do I make it not as shiny? There we go. Let's do that. All right, that's not as shiny. Bulbasaur? Yeah. I'm all about Bulbasaur. And Link, I love to use this argument against people. I did it on the last stream, but Bulbasaur is literally #1. And there's no way to disprove that. You open up the Pokedex and he's the first one. I'm really loving this bones I'm drawing, actually. That's a pretty good, I actually really like this emote. I really like this one. Hey, Mikey, he likes it. Let's see, I like this. Okay, this turned out great. Nice. Nice. We love when that happens. Okay, cool. He has like a certain squishiness to him that I really like. I really like this one. Okay, cool. Man, I love these streams. I said he wasn't at all. Bulbasaur mainly for the lore reasons for myself. I always loved him because I think he's like a frog cat with like a plant on his back. I also know you love Vaporeon too. Are you getting the life-size plushie of Vaporeon? Like $300 or $400 one. Get out. Next best boy is gonna be like, I love Gardevoir too. I also really love Deoxys. I think Deoxys is a really cool legendary. And I think it's because Deoxys was the first like weird legendary. Like a legendary that just like did not fit the rest. DNA, and I guess it was kind of like, I feel like it was a riff off of Mewtwo, now that I think about it. Because Mewtwo is the same thing. Cool, alright, we're 2 emotes down. we got Biz Time, and we got Copium. I'm really happy for this Copium one. Get out. Okay, so now we do another roll. We do another roll. Is Trubbish? Trubbish grew on me, I'm not gonna lie. I used to really hate on Gen 5 when it came out. Alright, we can't do the 6, but it is Sage again? Or Milo. Oh wait, that's not it. Yeah, 3 is Sage. Bulbasaur is vegan meat. He's plant-based. Okay. Here we go. And 5. So, oh, we get to do Sage sleeping. That's a cute one. Let me show you what we're doing. Cool. I hate muck. You know what they say. Some of the new Pokemon are still weird for me, like Vanillite. Yeah, the other ones are literally living food. So I used to really hate on a lot of them, big time. And then I started and then I got really into Pokemon Go, and I started to like warm up to some of them, but I still think Sword and Shield was god awful. I do not like Sword and Shield. And I went to E3 that year when they were like displaying Sword and Shield, and I was just like, I played the demo before the game had came out, and I was like, oh no, this is gonna be a mess. Gengar is probably my favorite. Dude, so Pokemon like Gengar, maybe it's cliche, but I feel like it's cliche for a good reason. He is a cool Pokemon. I mean, in a sense, I feel like he's kind of what inspired like Bones, or like, you know, Subtly, or things like that. Gengar is just so cool. And same thing with Charizard. Although Charizard I like, but I don't love. Because it's overplayed. He's been used so many times in like mega forms or whatever. It's always Charizard. Or like the Pokemon card. Favorite Pokemon song? And why is it Onto the Road to Viridian City? To Viridian City. No, I do love the Lavender Town music. Lucario the goat. I like Sableye too. And Flygon. Whoa, Best Boy and Samuel agreed on something? I'm just kidding. Litwick is cool. I agree, Litwick is cool, and Chandelure, I think that's her name, is really cool, and the shiny looks awesome. Okay, so we are drawing Little Sleepy Joe, or Little Sleepy Sage. And this one can be like really cute. I do want her to have like a little like nightcap on. But then it's still gonna be like a reference to her hair. Cute. Already cute. Man, I've been rapid fire today. I've been killing it. Sorry, it feels good. Not every day is like this. Oh, honestly, Mimikyu. I think we talked about it before, but Mimikyu was like a subtle reference to Bones as well. Because like Bones, kinda. It's not really, I don't think it's a part of lore or anything, but definitely in the back of my head, like he's wearing like a blue cat skin. That's like what he's wearing on top of him. He's on fire. I really like that Pokemon Yellow can zap people. I think Ash has one. Oh, there is like that rat Pokemon. Yeah, I think I've seen it before. Yeah. Doesn't he like surf and he has like balloons that he can fly with? It's pretty much OP. He never dies. He's on fire. Is that what you meant, Cheech? I'm like trying to. What Pokemon do you think you could realistically catch, battle, and win against it? Like me fighting the Pokemon? Slackoth or Magikarp. Metapod's a good one. Mewtwo, yeah. Let me fight Mewtwo. You ain't beating Mewtwo in a one-on-one. Okay, well this one is already adorable. I do like that it has like it has a little bit of shadow right there. And it has a little bit of shadow right there too. And so if this was a square, because we'd want to. Oh, cool. All right, well, I'm just going to draw one more. It's crazy how fast we did these. What do we think? We can do this when we do the digital, but I feel like Sage needs like a cute little design. For the head, the nightcap. You ain't beat Caterpie would be an easy one too. I'm trying to think of like the smallest ones too. You could just there's one called like Tynamo or something. It's like a little guy. There's another one like Cutiefly is a new one. I don't think many people know about Cutiefly, but Cutiefly is tiny too. You just slap it, clap your hands together. Remember Ash tried. And then that yellow rat just started crying and then everything was back to normal. Ash fought Mewtwo? Oh yeah, Ash fought Mewtwo. And Mew at the same time. He fought both of them at the same time. It was a 2v1. And he lost. And he lost big time. Yeah, oh, Sheepy, I see what you mean. It did look like a sweatband before, especially because it's not that much different from her head. Coloring it will definitely help. But dang, that was easy. So that yellow rat is so sick. Yeah, the Pokemon movie. Man, I loved that movie. I saw it in theaters. Could you imagine trying to personally fight a Togepi? Oh. Yeah, honestly, Togepi is too cute. Bro, what movie? Yeah, it's the first Pokemon movie that ever came out. And if you went to it, you got a cool promo card that was Mew. And it was like in like ancient, it had like an ancient look to it. It was so cool. I cherished mine until it like destroyed itself. I kept one in my wallet for the longest time too. I bought another one. You still have your promo cards? Yeah. You guys remember the gold? You get the Pokeball, the plastic Pokeball, and you'd open it and have like the gold like. Oh wait, wasn't that like a Burger King thing? Back when kids' toys were like the Happy Meal toys were actually cool. But I remember I had the gold Charizard and I was really proud of it. Yeah, it was Burger King. Yeah. They're still destroyed now. Yeah. What about a Pokemon with only melee moves? Just launch Pokeballs like an elf from the movie. Yeah, I'm like, is there? I could see Machamp doing that. Machamp just has a bunch of Pokeballs. And he's holding all of them with two of his arms, and then the other two are like. This Pokemon catches you. Okay, wait. Let's keep the drawing train going. But I do love the Pokemon conversation. I did love Pokemon 2000 too, which I came to learn is the artist who drew Lugia in that movie was the reason Lugia became a legendary, like officially. They, in a sense, designed it. That's from what I remember. I think I remember hearing that. Okay, so we got, now we're drawing Joe. And we just rolled the 5 because the 5 was the sleeping one. Yeah, 5 is the sleeping one. 4 is Joe, though. So we gotta roll the dice one more time. Yeah, Blue Cat definitely would. He'd just go, woo. Yeah, or he'd like try to throw it. I mean, the wind catches it, comes back, hits him in the face. 1. Okay, do we want Joe? I think we already decided. I shouldn't have put 1 or 2 on there. I think it's almost like hard coded that Chugs needs to be the People Arrive one. So let's draw this again, or let's roll this again. There's actually not many options. Maybe we just draw these 3. Because I kind of messed up on the what am I trying to say? On adding 1 and 2, unless we do those on stream. How about we do that? We finish the sketching part. I'm gonna scan them in and we'll bring them in. We'll definitely draw these 3. And then if we have like a ton of time, like we drew these really quickly, I'm gonna do the People Arrive and Leave as Chugs. Because I'm just gonna use the Chugs we already drew. I also wanted to do like there's like a nodders emote or just like someone nodding. That could also be Chugs. It came out 27 years ago and you remember that? Samuel, nah, you ancient. It really released in 1989. No, it didn't. Wait, are we talking about the Pokemon movie? The Pokemon movie did not. Pokemon was created in 1995. Or actually, it might have been a little bit before that. I always mix up when it came to America versus when it was created. Because it was Pocket Monsters to begin with. Which, by the way, as I'm... let me scan this and I'll show you something. Cool, start scanning that. Alright, I'm gonna go full cam here. So, I love any reason to show this off. But when I was in Japan, I got a Japan version of Pokemon Gold. As you can see, it doesn't say Pokemon on it. Because this is before Japan. Actually, I don't even know if they quite fully rebranded, but it says Pocket Monsters on there. But the reason I bought this is because one Christmas, my parents got me Pokemon Gold with a new Game Boy Color. Because I was having to fight my brothers for their Game Boy. Oh wait, actually no, it's not the Game Boy I got. It was a carrying case I got, which I still have. So my parents were like, all right, you finally get your own copy. But then they gave me Gold. And so this isn't obviously what I got, but I was like, ooh. Look, there's that little yellow rat. And he's accompanied by another little yellow rat. But look at the little battle scene. It's not gonna... It's cute. Man. This game ruled. Gold and Silver might have been my favorite too. Because, like... Is that a new Pokemon? Yeah. The little yellow one? Papa Nini and Iris tuning in. What's up? How's it going? We just did the sketching part of the stream. And I needed to switch over. But we just drew 3 emotes, and we might do 4. When we bring this into digital. Let me get rid of this. I have to make sure I actually turn off my phone. But it does this thing where like it's still on. It has a dim screen. What's up? Gold and Silver are the best. It's like, so why it was the best, in my opinion, is you had to be there for it. But you beat the game, and at least I didn't know this when playing it, you beat the game, and then you go back to the Kanto region with like your like level 60, 70 Pokemon. And that was so cool to me. Because like you still get to use the Pokemon that you caught, and then you bring them back to Kanto and you fight all the gym leaders in Kanto again, but all of them are higher level. And then you have to fight Red, which is cool. And he has like all of Ash's Pokemon. And like that feeling as a kid, I was like, oh my god. Didn't feel real. Okay, so alright, I think we're good to switch over. Yep. Get my coffee. If anyone's got coffee, cheers. Came to your country around 2010. Wait, which one? I just played through Heart Gold for the first time over the winter. Yeah, dude, Heart Gold, actually, not even joking, I think that actually is one of the best Pokemon games ever. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And I had bought that one when it came out, and I had the little Pokewalker with it too, which was like the pedometer thing. That was fun. Okay, let's move this over here. Let me, oh wait. No, I still have to get this in here. 1 second. Just finished my coffee. Cheers. Yeah, you always finish way faster than me. Jeez. Open Photoshop. Okay. And we are officially switched over to digital. Oh, except for... Gotta get my monitor. There we go. Now I can see y'all chatting to me. Okay, so the ones we got for today are, we got the Copium Bones. We got Sleepy Sage, which I'm really excited to draw all of these, to be honest. They all turned out really good. Okay, get rid of the rest. Let's make them darker here. Yes, yeah, honestly, I need to like that pedometer I was talking about, because I still have it, but it's in like a box somewhere. I need to check if there's a Pokemon on it. Yeah, but Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Platinum will always be my favorite. I like up to Gen 4. I think all the Pokemon up to Gen 4 were really well designed. And then after that, meh. Give or take on some of them. Okay, so we are going to take this one and this one. Okay. That goes there. That goes here. And that goes here. Cool. We can just turn off the emote options and let's turn off the numbers. Oh. Turn off the numbers. There we go. Cool. All right, let's get to drawing. I'm gonna stay to the order that we drew them in. So let's draw Kira here. Is that Kira? Yeah. Multiply. And we want this to fit as well as possible. Cool, and now we can just make her ears a little bit longer, maybe shrink. Just a tiny bit. My DX crashed every 2 seconds. Yeah, honestly, emulators are pretty sick. That's how I play Pokemon on stream. But I am a sucker for the hardware. I have every game that I like to play on Pokemon, I have all of the physical copies. And I'm lucky that a lot of them are just the ones I bought when they originally came out. And I managed to still keep them. Because I think at that age, I was a lot smarter about keeping and holding on to things. Like I have my original DS still. I actually had every single DS. I had the DS original, the brick, and then I had the DS Lite, the DSi. I have a DSi XL, and I got a 3DS. I just really loved. I guess I've just always had a really like a soft spot for Nintendo handheld devices. I just think they were always just. I think it just brings me back to childhood and a Game Boy. So I've always loved it. Okay, so we get to draw Kira here, and let me start with a little bit of the collar. Actually, don't know what to start with here. Maybe the hands makes more sense. You know, it kind of, sometimes I just draw it really well on pencil and I just kind of need to trace that. Like I know she has sharp fingers, but I think it might work better if I don't do that. Okay. Yeah, okay, wait. I'm realizing something. Be right back. I'm realizing something. Scarlet Violet double pack free download. Ooh. Oh, I've never thought about. Are you doing an emulator on your computer? Oh, I don't need the file. I already own Scarlet and Violet, unless it's a different version. Which I need to like. I need to beat that one too. My issue is that Pokemon games are way too easy. And therefore they're not fun to me. It can't just be about the collecting. I've done that enough times. I want to collect things and it's difficult. I think that's why I love the Kaizo Ironmon so much. Okay, I'm gonna come back to the hands. The hands are gonna be an issue for me. I can already tell. Cause like the hands will be tough because Kira is like is the same color as the outline. So I need the hands to be that like purple effect. So it might make sense to me just to like literally draw a blob and then come back to it with details. So alright, so there's the blob. And that blob will be Kira's hands. So let's just fill it in real quick. Samuel, you pirate. Let's look into the Kaizo mystery dungeon. There's a couple really cool ones, but all of them have comments of people getting stuck in a glitch. Oof. Oh, that sucks. I got really far and then got stuck in a glitch. What color? I need to add this color. Wait. Let me okay, it is the same color. Let me add this color real quick. Okay, I got it. Chug's back. Hide that. Okay. It would be fun to do a mystery dungeon one. This kind of works. It's tough, man. Maybe it's just one hand on top of the other. Because like I'm basically doing this, and it could just be like that. So it's like 12K in your country? Whoa. Yeah, what currency? Yeah, did anyone out there get the Switch 2? Yeah. I debated getting the Switch 2 for streaming purposes, but I was like, Mario Kart is not enough for me to buy a really expensive console. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Mario Kart. But I have Mario Kart 8 already, so if I need to like itch my Mario Kart itch, then I can just play that. I've just kind of been watching streamers play it, and I swear it feels like some of them are bored. But they're trying to act excited and fun because they just spent like $800 to play a game. A game that they probably already own. Okay, I'm glad I didn't give up on the hands. I knew that was going to be the hardest part, which is silly, but I think that works. Because again, this is going to be tiny. Oh, yen? That's a good one. Although 12k yen, would that be $60? I think so. That's around that price, right? I started to get decent at yen conversion when I went to Japan. Yeah, I'm like, how much did I spend on that? Well, no, that was like 60 yen. Anyways. Alright, we got the hands down. Let's draw the rest of it. Alright, now I'm just going to outline the rest of Kira here. But I needed to start with the hands. And with Kira, if you're ever drawing a character where they're like pitch black, so they're the same color as the outline, my recommendation is to try to be on the outside of that edge. Because if I was to like be more on the inside, it like makes Kira seem like smaller. Like there's not enough. So it's good to just kind of be on the outside here. But as I'm talking about this, I'm like, technically I do Kira. It's the, I shouldn't be doing it in that color. I just corrected myself. We're gonna add that outline around Kira. Like the sticker outline. Anyways, so there's no need. No need to what I was just about to do. But we are gonna leave it on the hands, because the hands kind of have to be in front. And we could actually hide the hands. So it's not a distraction. Okay. Draw the tie. The tie is the only thing I want to be a little bit to like break the line of her like chin, basically. Yeah, that looks good. I want to make sure these are the same height. I have too many guides on here. I need to take those off. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Like I said. Oh wait, no, that could be wider. To a degree, I do want these each side to match. Okay, that works for me. Let's get rid of these confusing lines. There we go. Yeah, cool. That looks good. And let's do... Another thing I think I always struggle with is when drawing suits is like the lapel part. The collar's easy. The white collar, like this part, that's on the inside. That's easy to me. But the way I draw characters, because usually I draw characters with no neck, I always like struggle with this part. So that's why I'm kind of gonna draw it. Like it needs to go like that, and then that, and then straight down. And it'll be covered up by the hands, so those above. So it'll be like that. So it's like we won't even see most of it. Yeah, I'm curious what that conversion is. If like prices match the currency. Because I know groceries here groceries here are getting so expensive. Jeej and I were talking about that. We went to the grocery store. And it's just crazy, like the little things that when we grew up were like $1. Like when you were a kid, you'd get like $1 and you'd go buy a candy bar or something, probably multiple, maybe 2. And now it's like, I think candy bars are like $2 or something crazy. Okay, he needs shoulder pads. She needs shoulder pads because she means business. Okay, and then we'll come in here. Do that. Perfect. Okay, that looks great. Now I need him. I might copy and paste that. I actually really like how the shoulder looks there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's not overcomplicate this. Let's just drag it to the other side. Ooh. Cool. Let's see, where are the hands? Oh. Okay, no, I will need to draw this. For me, it was the 12 pack of soda. Right, I knew you would chime in, Jeej. Not even knockoff? Right. Dude, it was expensive. I mean, it was a buy 3, get 1, or buy 2, get 1 free. So technically, they came out to like $8 a case. At least that's what it said on the receipt. And, but it was like, man, yeah, I remember growing up that it was not that expensive. At least I don't think so. Okay, so really we're gonna redraw this because this arm has a longer distance to travel. Because really, so the eyes we will adjust to one side, so it feels like Kira is facing one way. Yeah, Coke machines. Yeah, it was like 50 cents. We'd literally get handed some quarters and be like, go to the... I'd be at like the pool or something. Like, go get a soda. And I know the joke is like, well, not the joke, but one of the things people reference the most is egg prices, and it is crazy what egg prices have gotten to. If I didn't live in the city of LA, I would definitely have my own chickens. Okay, so this arm is like much bigger than this arm, I'm now realizing. Let me maybe move the hands a little bit, like that way. That'll help. And then I can erase this, because we won't need it. Okay, and then let's see, I will bust out a line here. It kind of needs to... Whoa, it needs to go like here to there. If we had a house, we could have chickens. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's like... It'd also be fun to have some animals. Some farm animals. Okay, so that should work. Might actually make the hands bigger. To kind of help with the issue I'm working with right now. So perfect. Okay, so that works great. I think I might have to shrink the entire thing when we get the put the outline around it. Oh my goodness! Actually, it might. Let's try something here. Let's. Maybe the hands were too big. I want some of the tie to show, so that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. We gotta show off the tie. Unless Kira wears a bow tie. Here's a bow tie wearer. No, there we go. That works. That works perfect. I need to update my chicken care knowledge. Yeah. It's about time. We're being forced to learn more about chickens now that egg prices have gone up, because, you know, if you have chickens, because my brother had chickens, you get so many eggs. You get too many eggs that you have to start giving them to people, which is awesome. Yeah, Timo, I have too many eggs. Exactly. Okay, so this is looking great. I'm liking how this is turning out. Let's draw the face now. Yeah. I haven't warmed up my circles today, so here we go. Look at that. Look at that. Almost perfect. Gotta fill out the bottom there. Let's go. Nice circle. Look at that circle. But yeah, I didn't fix anything there. I should just call all my circles ovals, so I can say that they're perfect ovals. Knowing can actually me. Actually it's not a perfect circle. Okay, so before I add the shine, I'm just gonna not have to do it twice. Let's do it this way. Okay. Let me hide the sketch real quick. Okay. And then, are these lined up? They are lined up for the most part. No, I do want to fix that. The little things. Just want to... Cool. I want to have the shoulders kind of at the same line. Oh, I could fix it this way too. Okay. We're gonna go a little bit further down, just a tiny bit, and then over. And then do this. Okay, cool. Now it matches better. You can have the sketch back. I don't think, maybe we don't need the sketch anymore. I might be able to just merge layers here. And then we can add the shine. You know what? I'm gonna do the eyes a little different here. I'm gonna test something. I'm gonna do more like anime cute eyes. Because I kind of want Kira to still have these kind of eyes. I want Kira to still have the two colored eyes. So then we're gonna add like shine. We'll see. I don't know if I'm quite sold on this here. Color does help, but I think I can already tell I don't like that. Let's do it this way. Let's I actually like just these eyes too. I could do them like, actually we're doing this. No. I'm sorry, Jeej. We're switching it up. We're switching it up because I think it'd be funnier if it was like that kind of smile. Just like, looks like someone who doesn't know how to do business saying business. Oh, yeah. It does look like Marceline's dad. That's so funny. I love that episode so much. The first time they show him of eating her fries. Business, yeah. Perfect. Sometimes all you need is a little smile. Okay, and then I have to experiment here. I don't think the eyebrows help. It does make it funny, but I don't think it helps. I think this is like a little bit sweeter looking. All right, so let's color it. And okay, the hands could go up just a tiny bit. Actually, maybe the hands could like squish and then stretch. Let's try that. And then let's color it. So I think coloring it will help a lot. So that's the nothing. This will be the color. Layer. This is the smile, which we'll have to make a different color. Smile, eyes. Might have to make the eyes bigger too because of what then body. And I'll move the color layer down here. Put this all into a group. Name it Kira Business. And let's start coloring. Alright. Do you remember the little vampire cat from Japan that we gave to Mom? Yes, yeah, I do actually remember. It was a little bit more realistic looking. Looks exactly like this emote. Eye colors? Yeah, we're adding the Sheepy, we're gonna add the Kira eye colors to this. For sure. For sure, for sure. But first we gotta... I wanna do this part first of filling in Kira's face. Because this will help. This will help with the face, or the eyes. Okay, let me fill that in. Okay. Oh, what just happened? Do that, and then eye color. Oh, and of course. Man, I swear I put her eyes as a swatch, but we're just gonna use this. You know what? Okay. I do have a color we can use, and this color is maybe a little bit more on brand. Color. I have like a new like pale blue that I've been using. I think this will look great. And then I'm pretty sure we use this color yellow. Yeah. I think Kira, like, I think it's almost, with Kira, if Blue Cat, like, has to have his whiskers, because I believe Blue Cat's whiskers are what really makes Blue Cat. I almost think the same is for Kira, and that Kira, like, needs the two color eyes. This is so perfect. I honestly kind of like it with no mouth, but we'll experiment with that at the end. Technically, we use like a gray for her mouth. I think we did that in the cartoon. Let me just test what that even looks like. Yeah, more like a gray like that. We can also try white. And then there's a chance that we actually just don't do it at all. And it's just that, which I do kind of like. I think there's something here. What's your favorite cheapest console? That's a good question. I'm trying to think of what's... I don't know what the cheapest is. The GameCube? I think the GameCube is one of my favorite consoles. There were just so many good... I might get rid of the mouth. I just think there was a lot of good... well, that works too. We'll see. We will experiment at the end. But I loved GameCube, and I'm pretty sure GameCube was pretty cheap at the time. But inflation always corrects me. Like, I think it was under $100. Yeah, Jishes, I love this one. So we're going to experiment with one half being white and the other half being gray. Cool. I genuinely always forget. I always forget which side needs to be the blue eye and which side needs to be yellow. I'm better at it now. But then the white and gray coat. Super Nintendo? Actually, Super Nintendo was an amazing console. Because it had amazing games. Yeah, the only reason I might not want to do white on one half is because here, I'm gonna make sure I do everything on its own layer because we might do a lot of color experiment here. So let's flesh out this idea. One half being, excuse me, white. Are playing Super Mario on the SNES? Man, that's awesome. Super Mario World? Yeah, Super Mario World is, I think, my favorite Mario game. I think I can confidently say that. There's a lot of Mario games. The one where you get Yoshi and you can ride around on Yoshi. Let's see. Okay. One thing we might want to do on the drawing board, so I don't forget, is like putting all of the character color swatches. Like, I need to organize that on my side, on the digital side, because I'm always having to reference back. Okay, so this is why this color might not work. Let's finish it real quick. Boop. That's like too dark. Dude, the first time I grabbed a turtle with Yoshi, yeah, sheesh. You grab it, spit it out. Oh man, great feeling. All right, let's try this real quick. Yeah. And then I was thinking that the like shirt could potentially, let's make a new layer, could potentially be this color. Although that might look weird. Man. Yeah. I just feel like a suit looks best when it's like a proper suit color. So let me take the blue. Kira wears navy. How about that? Oh, let's make it like a lighter navy. Could be like a type of purple that we use. For now, we're gonna stick with that. I'm gonna make the rest of it white. Because I do want this to look like a business. And because Kira's complementary color is red, we're going to put a red tie on. Make that undershirt. Cool. So I've set this up in a way that's very easy to switch colors around. Ooh, it could be a red shirt and a white tie. Let's try that. Let's try the go red. Because like I said, I set this up in a way that we can easily just switch these around. Maybe it's a red coat. Maybe it's a red coat. Alright. Finish it like I said. So the tie, we need to give it a tie color. That's not the color I chose. It's always hard to see white on here. Okay. Alright, and then let's get, I didn't realize I had these lines up the whole time. Let's clear those. Okay, so that's Kira V1. Okay. I don't like it. I think it's that simple. Let's try giving the coat. Make it red. I think I like the red. But then let's take the undershirt and let's make that. Well, that didn't work. Hello? Oh, did I do that all in the tie layer? Yeah, I did. Right. Okay. And then maybe like a black tie? Well, it can't be black. The problem is it can't be darker than the outline. It would look weird if it's this outline color. Does that look weird? Too close to Chatsworth? I got a plan. No. No, that's far. So right now I feel like Kira's giving news anchor vibes. And then there's that. So let's now experiment with if this was a dark color. This is on Twitch. And we took Kira here. We actually have to scale. Well, I don't do that just yet. Finish. Let's see. Kira Prade. Okay, there we go. And I want it to fit inside the box perfectly. So we're gonna. And we have one issue right here. There we go. Assemble the news team. If you have a car accident, that's exactly what this looks like. Oh man. We could do a bunch of different suit looks, but I think I'm curious. Y'all can tell me whatever you like more, but with or without the smile. And I could make the eyes further apart. And I actually could make the eyes bigger too. Because remember, we're gonna be seeing it like itty bitty. So pinstripe. Ooh, that's a good idea actually. Okay, so you can kind of see I'm changing the eyes on Kira here, the size of them. Put a derp smile. Okay. And when you mean derp smile, I don't know why I'm struggling on what derp. Because what came to my head was here. That's too much for me. I had to try it though. Let me get something up here real quick. I think pinstripe might be the move here actually. Ooh. Okay, I found a reference I like. I just wanted to make sure I got the direction of the pinstripe right. So with the sleeves mainly. She's looking all business, yeah. We can add the pinstripe even to this color. Undershirt, coat, right here. So it's gonna be a different color than red because I think we'll be able to get away with yeah, looks pretty good on one side. And then at least the reference I'm looking at, the collar kind of goes like that. Yeah, that looks good to me. Because then I think we can make it like a gray, and then the one I'm looking at has red stripes, so we might make the stripes red. Colonel Sanders said, "I'm too drunk to taste this chicken." Okay, so that stripe is good, but it conflicts with this stripe. I'm gonna do like that. Okay. And then we will do the same on this side. We're just gonna mimic. And then draw there, and then connect it. Oh wait, this just needs to go up. And go over the shoulder. And then we got stripe there, and a stripe there. I think I get rid of that. Okay, I like that. I think the pinstripe is Talladega Night references. I love that movie. I'm too drunk to taste this chicken. Stripes, okay. Alright, now, because this is giving circus vibes, let's experiment with some grays here. I'm trying to go as dark as possible without it just blending in completely, and I think that's it. Okay. And then we'll take the stripes here. And then I'm gonna give him a red tie. Yeah, that looks good. Love the pinstripes, yeah. Good recommendation. Good recommendation there. And then we take tie. Yeah, the tie layer. Wait. Yeah, okay. Total mobster look. Yeah, I like that. The pinstripes works really well with Kira here. Okay, so I tried making the eyes. Let's I'm gonna experiment here. So what I'm gonna do is 1, 2. And then I'm gonna take the other one and go 1, 2. Okay. And then we'll take both of them. And I'm actually gonna like slightly angle them, just slightly angle them. Okay, so we're gonna go back. What I do like is the slightly angled, but what we're gonna do instead of pulling them further apart, I am gonna go back to making them a little bit bigger and angled. Just has that extra derpiness to it. Kind of like when my cat looks at me like with big eyes. Make offers you can't refuse. It's business time. Cool. I think this one's done actually. I think I really like how the pinstripes, icing on the cake. That was good. There was something, it was just like something was missing. It just wasn't working. But what I might do instead, there's one critique to the pinstripes that I'll make. And I don't like this little gap that I have here. We can always go back. So I'm gonna make it just on the edge there. No, actually it worked. It worked before. Okay. That little gap did make it a little bit of a difference. Okay. All right, we're done with Kira Bidness. That one's gonna look good as an emote too, because it's filling up the whole square. And then no, let me man, the smile. I just can't tell with the smile. I can't tell with the smile. So there's that smile, and there's matching the gray, and then I think white will look the best if I want the smile. And then no smile. Yeah, maybe no smile. It's kind of like it being emotionless is kind of funnier. Bones looks like the Moon Knight. The Moon Knight. What Moon Knight are you talking about? I really like that. I want to go to the Bones one next. I'm really excited to draw this one because this one looks like I just have to trace it. I really think I killed it on the sketch. All right, so Kira is done. Okay. All right, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to experiment with it because it would help. It's not the worst. I'm cool with this one getting cropped off too. I just need to make sure Copium is still in there. Yeah, but I really want him to have that bump to his head. Yeah, I think that's where I want it. All right, let's draw Bones. This one should be easy. All right. Nice, that looks good. Coffee sip. His little mask. It's so cute. I have a feeling this one's gonna get used a lot. And it might be used against me. I'm fully aware of that. Cool. Alright, gotta get a awkward pose here. No. Alright. Call me crazy. But I'm doing it again. I love that little chugs. It's like, so if we want to do the people arrive and leave, we're going to take that chugs. I think make him just a tiny bit bigger or like taller. And then he can like hop on in and then hop on out. That's the angle I wanted. Actually, I know what's messing me up here. I need the sketch to go away. The tube gets bigger. I really want this. Sorry, I'm being a little bit of a perfectionist on this one. Okay, almost there. Just get rid of some of that extra bits there. Cool. All right. Okay, that's good. Let's bring the sketch back. Oh, no. Okay. Sometimes you click that undo button on accident and you don't get the redo back. Oh. What just happened there? Okay. Whoa. Getting some weird Photoshop lag. That's better. Okay, we're gonna go to a smaller brush for this one. Because I really want Copium, like, readable. Yeah, that should read well. It will be on the edge. So, actually, yeah, what I was just doing there, I might want to do that. Take all of it. What's this? Oh. Just go over. Yeah, that'll look good. Okay, so we got that. We're in a great place here. Okay. That's the little valve. Good enough. The valve doesn't really matter too much. It does kind of look like Bones is on some laughing gas. I like that. To help cope, I guess. Yeah, it's true. Laugh through the pain. What's great is this is totally a Bones thing. I was there was when we rolled this one, there was like a half second of doubt for me. I was like, ooh, this might not be a good Bones one because of the gas mask. But I think I love how this looks. Might be my favorite one of today. Okay. How's that look? Maybe I'll match it. Kind of go like, yeah, okay. I think how I had it in the sketch was probably best. Okay. The eyes I'll do on a different layer. Because those will just be white. Cool. Yeah, cool. And those will be white. Is that already white or is that gray? No, it's white. Yeah, so they'll go like that. Now let's finish the outline here. Wait. Oh, that's the named the wrong layer. Okay. This is the outline. Giving Psyduck vibes. Totally. I see what you mean. He's a bit of a troublemaker. Cool. Probably could just fill this one in. Yeah. Cool. And then let's do the top part. And we just gotta color it in and we're good to go on this one. Okay. They don't need to be the same height, but I do like that ear is like a little wider. It needs to have a little bit of a curve to it. Bones' ears are like bat ears. Sort of was the reference. Actually, Bones in general was kind of designed after a bat. And then because he can hang from his tail, like upside down from a tree. Like a bat, just like in a cocoon. Okay, that looked good. I'm glad I fixed the ears there. Cool. Nice. Okay. Nice. So these are the eyes. And then let's color it. Get rid of the sketch. Move this eye. I love this emote already. Hey girl, what's up? What's up? Welcome on in. Just finishing up some emotes here. I got a fun little Bones one. And then actually, we need to do this too. Yeah. All right, let's get Bones' blurple. Let's fill that in. Which, by the way, if there's ever an emote you want me to add to the Luck of the Draw stream, always feel free to let me know. And I definitely will accept links from 7TV. So, like, for instance, oh wait, I can't copy of this over to there. I'm on my laptop over here. But anyways, 7tv.app is where I go. I'll just, like, before the stream starts or the day before, I'll go through and look at emotes there. And so yeah, if you ever see one you're like, this would be a great one to add, feel free to add it. Should I make this white? 1 second. Oh, I just had Copium up on my screen up here. 1 sec. My child. Wait, are you talking about me? Talking about my childhood? No, I think if anything, I talk about just the mistakes I made as a kid. Like, I know one thing I talked about was getting rid of all my sketchbooks. Okay, so that's gonna be tough to do with Copium. So we're just gonna choose a color here. With the Copium mask, you can see the mouth underneath, but Bones is a little odd. And so we're just gonna use this color. Because he doesn't really have a mouth. Which is kind of what makes this even funnier. So we'll do that, and we will add some shine to it. And add some shine to it. Just to give it some definition. Samuel's childhood. Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I was like, I don't know if I talk about my childhood often. He was born in the Cope, molded by the Cope. Well, since I'm probably not gonna lower that, we can just make this white. He was born to Cope. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay. That looks fine to me. But then we're gonna make like the valve part like orange or something. And maybe that's because I'm thinking of like Valve, the company. And they use that orange. They use that like bright orange. Everyone behave or you're banned. Oh, we need the banhammer emote. That's one we need. That's one we definitely need. Okay. Okay. And then we're gonna add some shine to this. Actually, I'd rather have the shine kind of like that. I'm realizing the valve is like really off-centered. So what I'm gonna do with the valve instead, oh shoot, it's all like kind of, it doesn't matter. This emote is gonna be so tiny. Like, this is an emote I definitely see staying an emote. Like, it'll never live outside of being an emote. So that's fine for me. And then we did a bone. Yeah, we did Bones one already. So Bones should have an outline color. Yeah. Okay. All right. I think that's the entirety of Bones. Okay. And then we put that there. So that's the Bones outline. And right. Doing some layer stuff. 1 sec. Do that there, and then clear that layer style. And then I'm curious I want to know what this looks like when it is an emote. Oh, it didn't work. Oh. There we go. I really want to get a sense of how this looks when it's like in Maria Copium. Yeah. Oh, we need the the gun. I love those. What's up, Maria? Welcome on in. We are making the copium here. Okay, I think that will work. I'm cool with one of the sides getting cropped off. Yeah. But I still want Bones' like bump. I really want to see that bump on the side of his face, because I think that's what makes him adorable in this case. So let's see what it looks like on a really dark background. Okay. Looks good to me. I don't think I forgot anything. Copium. Yeah, Copium is very readable. It will be itty bitty. It'll be like tiny. Oh yeah, and we did anyone chiming in right now, we did Bidness Kira, which I'm also pumped about. And then the last one for today, because we have been going for cool. This will put us around the 3-hour mark. Is this adorable sage one? I'm so cute. Oh my god. Now how can we maximize this in the square? Actually, one thing that's fooling me right now is let's get rid of this outline here. Oh no. WWE. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've ever watched WWE. But I've never really been into musicals either. Okay, so let's see. With the sleeping emote right here, does it still work if she's kind of like upright? And we can add some Z's. We could add some Z's, and that'll really, because like the reason that works so well is because it looks like she's laying down. But we'd have to make her smaller if we want. We'd have to go like that small. So if anyone has any opinions, I'm definitely looking for them. If we think Sage should be like laying down like this, but smaller, or we angle her and we can make her a little bit bigger, like that. I just don't know which one, just how it reads. Bigger? So like this, yeah. Yeah, I think it'll work. And I think more laying down works cozier, but I don't like smaller. Okay, let's try to get a mixture of the both. So we could probably make this work. We just need to angle her like hair part up. Yeah, and the blankie definitely needs to be below the hands too. So we could actually kind of get rid of that for now. So it's not kind of fooling us. Okay, and then let's kind of get rid of this too. And then we can bring her hands up a little bit. Yeah. And then if we add little Z's, which I think I'll do, it'll definitely help. Okay, so basically, let's do I'm gonna do a really rough kind of. This definitely does not help with the how it reads as a little hat, but basically we go like that. If we go up more, I think we'll be able to keep her laying down and then go up a little bit. Yeah. I think that'll work. I think this kind of look will work. I'm just gonna, since we're kind of sketching it. But I did like how it kind of went back before. Until it looks like a beanie. I mean, it basically is. Do that. Just thinking about it. That cheek we definitely need. And I really liked. Maybe we can even add, maybe we have room. You know what? Maybe this is just an emote that an emote that doesn't follow the what I'm referencing. And so she has a little pillow too. You like the pillow? Cool. Okay. And then little hands. And then might even add a little bit of a liner. Perfect good night emote. Yeah, exactly. I could even add one of these, like the liner on it. And then we just this to make it look a little bit more like there's a pillow inside the pillowcase. I feel like people always give some sort of pattern to whatever the pillow is on inside the pillowcase. Who is Sage? Lol, my bad. Sage is Joe's sidekick. And she's like a little plant, because Joe's also a gardener. You know what? Just watch Claude. Hey, I like that advice. Oh, right, and she could have her little there. I always, yeah, I knew it. I was like, I always mess up her hair. Okay. Bit of a random question, but do you guys at Cool Cats ever take interns? To be honest, we've just never considered it. So, I don't know. looking for an internship. Let's see. I could try to add her hair, but I don't think it's necessary. Unless we move the face. Oh, there we go. If you stare too long, Jeej will drop kick me down the stairs. Out of curiosity, is there like a profession you're looking to get into? Okay, that hair will work. I think that hair is kind of cute. Nah, Jeej is great. Jeej, kill him. Jeej, you're being summoned! Recent animation major graduate. I mean, you probably know more than about animation than I do. More than interesting to think about what Cool Cats offers in the internship. That, I mean, same. That's why I'm like, you could maybe take some of these emotes and animate. I'm like curious how that would work, and I'm definitely interested to talk about it if it's something you're interested in. I'm basically putting myself in your shoes for a second. I know I left college. I interned at Adult Swim when I was in college because I had to do an internship. But yeah, I mean, if you wanna drop me a message and we can chat about it, I think. I'm trying to think of the best way. I mean, can't you DM over Twitch? You can figure it out. I need work at the moment. Would definitely like to help with the game. I have experience with Unity, but guessing that's a passion project and there isn't much money to spare. Yeah, and that's the thing, you know. If it's kind of like Wyclon kind of. Oh man. If it's something you want to do to like get portfolio stuff, I will say I don't know if there's much. I don't know if there's much we can pay. Just being very upfront. But yeah, definitely down to talk about it. And maybe there is something that we can do. You're the first person to ever ask, so this is kind of cool. But I definitely like. I know when I was working at Adult Swim, man, some of it was the connections I made and just like the fun projects I got to work on. I don't know if anyone's ever played the mobile app game, Robot Unicorn Attack 3. Specifically the third one. I designed the logo for it, and I was very, very proud. It's the one where the unicorn is inside of the 3. Because I graduated with graphic design. And so I was kind of and this was their games department. I should have clarified that. Oh, Jicious, I don't know if I was directing that at you or not. Sorry. More so I was talking about the internship in general. Oh, you need work at the moment. Sorry. I'm so bad at reading. Just bear with me sometimes. I'm a very bad reader. So, especially anyone who knows me, and I've texted them, conjunctions are something I screw up all the time because I'm like working really fast in my brain. And I'll be like, oh yeah, I can do that. And I really meant, oh no, I can't do that. But honestly, that's fine in terms of pay right now. I can't find anything. I can't, honestly, I feel for anyone who's graduating college right now. I know it's not easy. It is a tough world out there for jobs. You need experience to get jobs, but to get experiences, yeah, I know. Definitely in the direction of, yeah. So, by the way, Link is, you can see it, probably not in Twitch chat, but on the screen chat. Link is another founder of Cool Cats. I'm with you. Thank you, Jicious. I think you know me by now. It's been long enough. All right, I really like this Joe. The face is a little wider than I thought, but We'll work with it. This was just the sketch. I just wanted to... Oh, wait, that looks cuter when I took away that. Okay. He's gonna have to share or I'm taking him. Yeah, you and what army, huh? You don't know where I live. Actually, I shouldn't challenge that. Okay, I am gonna angle it a little now that we have a whole, like, bed, a pillow to go with it. This actually might be an emote that maybe doesn't get an outline. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that's so cute. God, Sage was the perfect one for this. Sage is too cute. And Sage only has the, I'm just gonna post it because I love posting it. Sage only has this one at the moment, which is like the opposite of Sage. Oh. Too many cooks. I mean, could be a cool thing. I think we definitely... Chiming into Link's stream tomorrow, by the way. Wait, now that we're kind of like halfway through the stream, tomorrow Link is going to have Artie's workshop, and that's going to start at 11 a.m. Eastern. I don't know the time zones, time zone in England, but tomorrow, and it's going to be Artie's workshop, and he's got some fun stuff to show. I'm going to spoil one thing. Link has been quite the artist lately, and it's been really fun to see. It's just I love seeing someone who doesn't typically draw. 1600. Man, I'm not even just saying this. I want to learn what we call military time. I just think it is way more efficient than the AMs and the PMs and the... Yeah, I was blown away. Dude, he's killing it. I love it. Genuinely love to see it. Okay, so with these, we're gonna go like that. We're gonna add a little bit of the leaf. And sorry, just so I can close the loop. Kaya? I got that right? I don't know how you can message me. Oh, wait, I can send you a whisper. Oh, where did that go? Alright, well, actually, I don't know how to do it while I'm streaming, but I hope you can whisper me. If not, feel free to jump in our Discord, or... I had a lot of DM stuff closed because for a while I was getting like an ungodly amount of scam DMs, and it was just clogging up my DMs. It's not so much the case anymore, so I probably should open them, but I don't know. And then you might be able to message me on Instagram too, which is also Cloncast. So if you did want to talk, more than happy. I have a very like soft spot for animation, and I love it. I genuinely wish I went to school for animation. So I'm kind of teaching myself at this point. And when a mini, I felt bad. Remember that scene in Spider-Verse where Kingpin tells Kyle to kill Miles? That's gonna be Jeej if you don't stop. I was like, wait, where is this going? This is a little bit too much of a notch there. Oh, also, I never had Twitch alerts on. Okay, there were no alerts to look for. If you're not following the stream, feel free to follow the stream. Give us a like on YouTube or subscribe. And if you're on Twitch, hit that follow button. Smash that follow button, actually. Yeah, okay. I think her head just needs to be complete. Jimmy, can we stop? I need some clone. I wish I went to school for development / coding, dude. I mean, I feel like looking back, it's one of those things. And technically, I could always just go back to college, but you learn so much outside of college. But having the structured class, I figured I'd just whisper to you. Awesome. Thank you so much. That sounds so grammatically wrong. Cool. I'll catch it after the stream. Usually after the drawing stream, I do a Pokemon stream, so might be a little later, just so you know. Which I'd be lying if I said I wasn't looking forward to the Pokemon stream. I really enjoy that Pokemon challenge, and I'm only trying to play it when I'm on stream. And we had a run going, and I was I'm just like, I really want to get back to it. So cool. Yeah. Jeej, someone's asking you a question. I don't even know if Jeej is still here in the apartment. Might have gone to work. Oh man, I've been trying not to mention it, but the Blastoise run, I know. I've been like, again, the reward is I have to draw, and the reward is Pokemon. But I even opened it the other day to like take a screenshot of the stats that Blastoise had, because I was like, yeah. I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried that his stats aren't like insane stats, because sometimes you'll get Pokemon like that. But I'm very much looking for it, and I really hope it doesn't just end at like the second trainer. Stream spoiler, I installed a new Ethernet cable and it was 2 megabytes. Oh yeah. Oh, so sad. I hope you can get it figured out, because Link was talking about the like his stream room. It sounded really awesome, and I did want to see it. Okay, let me draw the pillow. Right there. Let's fake it. Let's go right there. I want that little bit of tough to be there. Okay, so I shouldn't fill in the cheeks or the hair, because that's just a color. Sage is so cute. A little too angled. Here, let's go. Okay, now let's color it. Okay, so that's the sketch. And then we'll need to add little polka dots on the hat, because I like that. It does look like a headband. The color will help a lot. I love how Best Boy is already getting parasocial. Best Boy's just taking their shot. Let's see. Let's get Sage. And then, cool. This is the color layer. Whoa, am I even coloring with the right color? I cannot tell. Okay, let's make that Oh, not that color. That was the worst color I could have chose. All right, there we go. Well, you too. Oh, I just think the global chat is so funny to me. Sonlog, so cute and sleepy. Yeah, a little eepy sage. Oh wait, I could have colored that in too. Yeah, I'm excited to have this emote because a lot of people will say like, I'm like hopping off. Good night on stream. I'm just realizing one of the hands is a lot bigger than the other. That's gonna bug me now that I just talked about it. All right, well, this is what we do. Do a little erasing. Okay. Still bigger. Better. Better. Okay. 1111. One's in the chat. Yeah. For Sleepy Sage. Yeah. I do love asking chat for stuff. Put a 1 in the chat. All right, cute, cute. Let's get the green. Let's finish Sage's look, her head. I had like. Oh my god, so cute. I might move the face down a little bit. See if that helps. Yeah. All right, let's get the blush here. The fish. Copy paste flip is my best friend. Oh man. 100%. Yeah. No, I one time on stream there was someone who came in and was like, so let's take. Alright, I might regret doing this because alright, here's my layers. I'm just showing this off because it's a hotkey that changed my life, but you get your lasso tool out and you select what you want. And so, well, before I do that, this is all on the same layer. But let's say I wanted that pink dot on a different layer. You do, well, I'm on Mac, so it's Command, but you do Control Shift J, and it takes that one thing and separates it to a different layer. What did I just do? There we go. Anyways, that was a life changer. I to this day cannot remember who told it to me, but it's a hotkey I've used every single time since that day. Okay, so maybe, okay, I know. Maybe it'd be cute if she was wearing a hat that looked like Joe. Maybe. But either way, I'm gonna make the hat its own layer because that way we can mess around with the colors. Okay, a let's start there with the all red hat. And at first I was gonna do the polka dots. I still might do. And I was thinking we could make just the headband part white, which would resemble the stripe on Joe. Damn, I need me some Twitch chat. Yeah, you do. YouTube and Twitch, there's like a balance. There's like each one of them, the pro of YouTube, I think, is the accessibility. It's very easy for anyone to get on YouTube and see your stream. But Twitch has like so much customization behind it. And that's why I will always love Twitch more. Alright, just like making the custom emotes are really fun. Wait, she kind of looks like PD Piranha now. Or Piranha Plant. Out of every platform. I mean, that's why Restream is so cool. Because we can do both. I can't get over that this looks like Piranha Plant from Mario. But we're gonna finish it. I still want the... It's mainly just the colors that are making it look that way. Which, like, low-key isn't a bad thing. You love the hat? Cool. I was wondering if we should do this. This is kind of why I did it all on the same layer. Because we could do a soft overlay. And it's just like a light pink. Although that's a little too light. White hat, pink dots. Okay. Try it. Let's try that. So, red. And then color overlay. So that's the opposite. Maybe pink dots. Maybe, I think it's the red is so hard on the eye. And actually, so, oh, okay. Oh, dang. They're, what do I need to do here? I need to clear. Okay. And then take that. No, it was on all of them. I didn't see that. Okay. And now we should be able to take that, put it on a new layer, and then... But that's that. Twitch chat kind of flirt with your platform. Okay, so let's try. This might be too much of the same pink, but it could always be like that. Or go back to the red. This is usually when I ask Jeej, hey, what color should I use? And there's that. Oh, it kind of looks like a strawberry. Flirt with your own platform. What's up, Link? Yeah, this is all right. I think before I spend too much time deciding the color of the hat, we should finish the rest of it. Because I was thinking she would have a pink blanket. So let's see. That's headband. I'm gonna name my layers though. Headband. I think these are the dots. Yeah. then hat. Okay. Okay, that's good to go. Now let's add the blanket. And I think whatever color the blanket is, there will be like a lighter stripe above it. Okay. That way it separates Sage from the rest. Sorry, I was watching a video that Ireland is getting Taco Bell, and then I heard my name. What a random sentence. So Jeej, I was wondering, what color should the hat be? I actually really like the blanket, how we just did it, so I might not change anything there. I might lower the opacity just a little bit, but it's still pink. And then I'll make the pillow white, as I just think pillows translate the best when they're white. So I'm not gonna rock the boat on that one. You do like the red and pink? Okay. Yeah, I was saying she kind of looks like a strawberry right now, which is cute. Looks like we said the same thing. Jinx. I did not say that. Wait. Same. How I read it was that you were supposed to flirt with YouTube. Just YouTube. The company. Okay, cool. That looks great. I guess this would also be white. But we're gonna add well, I don't have to, I can just go ahead and make it the gray. We're gonna make it like a gray. That might be too gray. But I was trying to... Oh, I did forget. I was going to add lines to it. So, I was going to do... Cute. And then... Definitely was gonna make these yellow because they pop so well as an emote, the yellow. I did say Taco Bell. Haha. Speaking of Taco Bell, we have a Baja Blast Pokemon. Okay, this is cute. Oh, there is one thing I want to add. Here. My layers are a mess. One sec, y'all. Okay, so that's Bones Copium. Right, and this is all the Sage stuff. Sage Eepee. Okay. So, outline. Sorry, y'all. Just doing my kapow. Yeah, see, it's like yellow, just like pops. Blanket liner. Blanket. Sorry, I think that was blanket. Yep. Z's. ZZ. Shadow lines. Okay. And then pillow. Okay, so blanket. The blanket needs some shading to it. Nice. Ooh. I think that worked. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna add a mask to that. And then we're gonna add this, make it a hard light, and go to like 10% opacity here. Okay. Oh, I always do that. Okay, there we go. Whoa, whoa, that's not. There we go. Can't believe I'm about to reference this one, but oh. Where did the sleepy one go? Whatever. Whatever, I don't need it. Oh my gosh, I always do that. Cool. So we'll add a little bit. Sage getting in some good dreams. Oh, we're talking Taco Bell orders here? Yeah, 1 in chat if you like Taco Bell, 2 in chat if you hate Taco Bell. I'm a 1. I do enjoy Taco Bell. But I try not to eat it often. What happens if I did make this? Instead of that blue I was using, it was like a darker. Yeah, that probably looks better. Okay. So cute, so cute. Okay, now we have to add the outline around Sage. Okay, and we have one already. Bugs Lurk, Sage Point should be that one. Yep. And then we're gonna take this box and do that, and add a mask around it. Yay! Yay! We did it. All right, get rid of the sketches. Close that. Close that. All right. All right. WTF is Taco Bell. There's no way you don't know what Taco Bell is. Come on. But it's okay if you've never had it. But maybe I'm just too American. Jesus. I get nachos Bel Grand, no beef, no refried beans, add double black beans. I know that order because I have to order it for Jeej. 3, I'm uneducated and inexperienced with Taco Bell. Honestly, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to not know about Taco Bell. It's only the best American taco place. Honestly, it's such a crime to live in LA with all of these amazing taco trucks and to still get Taco Bell. It's just so good. It's so bad though. It's so bad. I went so long without having Taco Bell in my life, and then I had a friend that came over and was like, "Let's get it." And then I continued to have it. I feel like I want to make this red. I don't know why the red is. I don't know why I don't like it, but let's do like a. Because it was like Joe red. Maybe I'm ruining it. Maybe I was wrong. No. What if we want like a crazy color? What does that look like compared to? Is the food truck near that Home Depot still there? Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely still there. That's their spot. I don't think they'll ever move. definitely a once in a while establishment until it's not. Until it's like you accidentally, not accidentally, you get Taco Bell like once a week, which I don't do. Sometimes I did. Is that too much pink? Nah. On Sage? What? What did? No, they're the exact same size. You don't want to eat there daily. No. No. So, geez, let me borrow Klon. No, I was in between the red and this, like, other pink I chose. Okay. That's all I need to hear. Never too much pink. True. This is really... These are emotes came out really good. Here, let me that's what we did today. I'm very proud of it. I think the Bones Copium one is great. I realized we didn't add the like tail hand to it, but I don't know where else it would go. The tail hand could have gone on the Copium tank. Yeah, all these, I love them. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to full cam real quick, which I realize is you guys are on top of me here. Maybe I'll scoot over this way. I'm gonna export them real quick, and then I'm gonna export them, and then we are gonna switch to Pokemon after this. So just giving everyone a heads up. And when we play Pokemon, I do switch off on YouTube and X, by the way. So if you do want to continue to watch, you will have to hop over to Twitch, which is Cloncast. So you can read in that corner right there. Boop, boop, boop. Change the clock battery. Wait. Oh. God, it took me a sec. No, there's batteries in there. I turned it off because I really did not like the ticking noise. But it's a little cat bus. I got it in Japan. Let me get the emote exporter out. And because I do like to export these and put them into Discord. Dude, I need to clean up my files here. Where is the emote exporter? Here it is. Okay. All right. Well, I guess you can watch this part if you want, so it's not boring. All right, we take the Bones Copium. Probably just do bottom. Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay. Let's get rid of Sage here. And I guess technically we could just disable the mask. Cool. Alright, that's in a good spot. Grab the other one. Sage Eepee. Okay, disable that one. Yes, I need him. I had a black. Oh, Jeej back in chat. Okay. Probably like that. Probably a little further, right? Yeah. Right there. All right, and then let's get the. What's the Kira one? Where's the Kira one? Kira Business. Okay, perfect. Okay, I could add a table to the Kira Business one, but I don't think it needs it. Restraining order engaged. You can have them on Saturday. Yeah. Just come to LA. That's the only rule. Okay, let me get the full cam going again. Now I'm gonna export these. Save. Okay. That's all good. Okay. Let's see, where's the emote folder? I need to put that emote folder right here. Okay. Cool Cats, Kira, business. Kira, business. Okay, one down. Sage, Eepy, and then Bones Copium. All right, I'll drop these in Discord in just 1 second. Bones Copium. All right, nice, nice. And if you get cold, there are several car fires to snuggle up to. Yeah, they're a little far away from me, but they are there. Just don't breathe it in, please. Come on, Discord. Discord always needs to update when I'm on stream. It's perfect like that. Oh, Jishus, I have no idea what you were referencing. My brain is now. Oh my. Discord, why are you always updating? Okay. Banham. Yeah, we definitely. I will 100% add that one. We need it. Okay. All right, we in Gen Chat now. All right, we're gonna do them in order of how I. Kira business. I love that one. I'm glad the Kira ones have come out good. Bones Copium. And then upload the last one. Sage EP. All right, they're in there. They are in there. Cool. Well, this is the part of the stream where if you want to keep watching, you have to hop over to Twitch, because we like to play a little video games after the stream. We like to play a little Pokemon. Yeah, and the challenge is, thank you, Jishus. The challenge is you have to beat the game with one Pokemon, and there's a bunch of randomization and other little bits in there. Close everything. And it's really fun. It's really fun, actually. And this time, you don't have to watch me struggle looking for one. We already have a Blastoise who beat Brock, which is one of the hardest things in the game at the beginning. Then you have to we have to beat Misty, but we're gonna be doing a lot of like grinding and fighting, just not grinding whatchamacallit, the like Pokemon in the grass. We luckily just have to get the one. Jeez, I'm trying to do too many things at once. We have to get the trainers. That's what I'm trying to say here. My brain is fried right now. Okay, we got that up. We got that up. We got Pokemon not up yet, right? Yeah, and so I will be shutting off the YouTube and X side. So I'll catch you guys on the next stream. And I'm never quite sure if it actually Kaizo, Iron Mon, will Blastoise, will Baja make it? Okay, and then turn that off. We got Pokemon up. If anyone is so kind to tell me if I in fact switched off the other channels. Do I want one? Oh, making grilled cheese. Ooh, I'll take one. Yeah. Did the YouTube side go down? I'm still here. Yeah, I wasn't sure. It says an error occurred. Maybe switch on, switch off. Huh. If there's any Cool Cats people in the chat, could you help me confirm in Slack, please? Or I guess on chat. If we are still live on the other platforms. Still here? Well, thank you, Best Boy. Actually, that helps. I don't know how to fix that. Oh, wait.